Hi, today's reading is sponsored by my beautiful Patreons. Thank you so much. And by Keen, an online platform for psychic advisors, tarot readers, mediums, and other intuitives and psychics with various gifts for you to explore. I recently got a reading from the gifted psychic Adelaide over on Keen, and she was quite spot on and straightforward in the way she gave her answers to me that I was looking for regarding my own journey and how I could proceed more easily. So I really recommend Keen. And as many of you know, I sometimes just don't have the availability or to be there right away for you or to cater all of your needs. For example, love readings. I just don't do those. Not in that sense. To me, it's all about the higher perspective of things. But Keen has advisors that read specifically into those things. Choose from all the different readers that they have there, which reader is for you and which will give you a deeper understanding of your situation. To do is create an account and choose from the hundreds of readers that are available to you right this second. A special bonus that I discussed with Keen is they'll give you a huge discount when you're using the link that I'll post down in the description box for you. It's $1.99 for 10 minutes, which gives you up to $99 in savings. They also have another neat feature where they're just sending you discounts on a regular basis, and you can make use of those. If you feel so inclined, just click the link in the description box down below and it'll take you straight to Keen and give you some answers maybe. Bye guys. Cancer, how are you? This is Marta with your reading. I'm feeling that one. Amazing. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot. And these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends. If the intro is bugging you by any chance, just skip it. They're time stamped, or just skip to minute 2. If you are not interested in a reading with Keen. But if you are and would like to support me, because I receive a little something every time you're participating in this, it's not to say you need to participate. If you feel called to it, you participate, and that really helps us out. But you don't have to by any means, okay? So that being said, I'm super excited to dive into your reading. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the bell button with all if you want to receive notifications whenever I publish new content. Cancer. Some of you seem to be in your feelings is what I was getting, and some of you don't feel like it at all. It's just like, I don't want to do, I don't want to do any of this because I did so much of it, is what I'm getting here. So you did a lot of work already and you don't feel like doing more at the moment is what I'm getting. Also, when it comes to, this new moon in Virgo happening on the 27th of August, it's just like, okay, we could bring a bit more order here, I guess. But there could be days in your life right now where there's a lethargy coming up for you here, Cancer, where there's a certain sense of, I don't really want to do it, I don't feel up to it, and then you just don't do it, okay? And it's also a matter of being okay with this and knowing that this shall change too. This shall pass too. It's just like you may not feel like it for a day or two, but then you're kind of like your strength is coming back. Your wantingness to be doing it, to dealing with it is coming back. And then all of a sudden it feels like you want to do it all, and you also can do it all. It's like you're resting for a period because it's just like it's off the table. If you tried, you'd get very annoyed with yourself and with the people involved and with the task and everything, and also overwhelmed. But if you rested when it was time to rest, and then when it was time to spring to action, let's say 2 or 3 days later, then you would totally get everything off the table. It's very interesting, okay? So really feel into it, trust your intuition, trust your bodily wisdom, be kind to yourself, okay? Yeah, like I mentioned, there were a little bit of feelings of overwhelm, or can be, or like I just don't want to do it anymore. I felt a short panicky feeling as I was getting my cards ready, but I caught myself in the process. I was like, nope, not right now. I don't want this. And this was your energy, because I'm already, before the reading is starting, it's already happening. To me, it starts to get the period within that it starts is getting shorter, so you may learn how to deal with energies yourself as well. It used to affect me, when I said I was going to do a private reading for someone, it used to affect me from the point that I said I was going to do it until the point that I did it. That was a lot. And I thought if this continues, then my whole life is going to be screwed up because I'm in those energies until I read and then they transform into something else, right? And I feel like you're working with energies as well. If you're not, this may be coming in a lot more for you. And that also the reminder for you here, it doesn't stay like this, it changes. So again, this too shall pass. Take a good breather, Cancer. It all shall pass. Nothing stays like it is. It's always changing, always. So yeah, so maybe you too have brushed against some anxiety here, Cancer, but again, this shall pass too. And the chanting was really interesting because it was like on and on and on we go. That was the feeling I was getting, and also the direct translation of the light code healing chantings that I did that will be posted over on Patreon along with the extended if you're interested. And what it reminded me of, though, was, railroad builders that were singing. Someone that's working with other people that is singing to make the work less gruesome or less, hard. And people used to do this also. Like, I'm reminded, like, on the fields, like the cotton fields, like the slaves that worked there. They sang as well. They had their songs too. So what I was getting from this was a strong, like, past life connection where you may, as you're tapping into your singing abilities, into your chanting abilities, you may go down that road. You may have worked like on the railroad. You may have worked on the cotton fields, or maybe your ancestors have. And there is something to tap into their strength, to use that strength, because you'll get through the tough work. Just give it some time. And to lighten the load, you may want to try to start singing. This is actually very interesting because this morning I heard something, like I listened to something, and all of a sudden I was reminded, I didn't sing for a long time, and I used to do it every day, almost all day, because I loved singing so much. And right now I don't do that so much anymore. And I thought that was such a great part, like, of my day, and something that brought me so much pleasure and so much joy. And I thought I should pick it up again. And you may be too. This is a reminder here for you as well, Cancer. Right, my friends. What is really interesting about your reading is that the cards are already all out. And I know that I'm not supposed to, translate all those cards for you right now. Some of these cards that are already here are meant for the extended. And I have a feeling that we're going to draw tarot cards additionally to what I have drawn for you here, Cancer. So we have for you, and this was interesting, as I was asking in the pre-shuffle, I'm shuffling and I'm setting the intention as I'm shuffling. Please tell them what they need to know. And what immediately jumped out was relax. I was like, yep, okay. That was like the direct answer. So some of you just need to ask, and the answers shall be given. Some of you are actually pulling cards yourself, and hence you're receiving the answer. So remember to ask clearly. The more clear you ask, the more precise you ask, the more precise the answer. So again, as I was saying, what do they most need to know right now? Tell us what you want them to know. And it came up, relax immediately. So there's plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire, Cancer. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life. Love. Very nice. And then you have the ebb and flow with the moonstone. It's really gorgeous. And again, you may feel strongly drawn to this Virgo new moon and to the energies, because I feel like the cards are out already. So there's a lot on your table right now, or a lot of options, like when it comes to jobs, maybe when it comes to relationships, or just like energetically as well, a lot of options that could be offered to you. But there's also a need to, prioritize these. Where do you want it? Where are you in this whole picture, right? Yeah, like a wave. This is what I'm seeing here, like a wave. And don't let that wave overwhelm you. Waves can be intense, right? And I saw the thunder card in the shamanic oracle deck as I was starting your reading. It was at the bottom of the deck, and I was like, oh wow, if that comes out, like that's quite a bit. It's like the tower card, just a bit stronger. But what I'm getting here is just like, you know how cool waves can be? And some people really are afraid of the ocean and of the waves and of the power of the waves. But I find that so cool and so exciting. Every time I see the ocean, I'm just like running towards it and I'm just like, yes, I'm so excited. And my inner child completely takes over and I'm running towards it and I'm diving in and I'm enjoying every bit of it, even if they're grabbing me and tumbling me around, because I have such a strong connection with the ocean. And you may be too. If this is you, remember this picture. Remember the picture of the wave. You know, that can be threatening to some, but to others, it's just like the greatest joy there is. So when you know how to ride a wave, or when you know how to swim in a wave, or how to duck under when it comes, and then you listen to it as you're underwater, or you're opening your eyes just a tiny bit so it doesn't sting your eyes, but you can still see what's going on. Or if you have goggles and you then look at this massive, wonder of the ocean that a wave actually is, that's amazing. Or as you're, digging your feet in the sand and just watch those waves come in and the way they're pulling on you, but then you're sinking further and further down in the sand. There's so much around this that brings so much joy. And this is a reminder to you that it can feel overwhelming, but it's really something that also can bring amazing joy. So whatever is happening in your life, remember the wave image they just gave you, okay, Cancer, because it's very, very prominent. And also Moonstone may really help you. And we'll get some order here in your reading. I'll help you with this because it really felt like it's already there. It's a matter of choosing which one do you want, prioritizing, and also of bringing just a bit organization in that. But please don't do it on the days where you don't feel like it. In this case, no. Sometimes we do have to do this, right? But not in this case. It's just like you will feel the time, and this is also part of your learning experiences. It's much like the ebb and flow. Sometimes it goes out and then there's a stronger pull, and sometimes you're meant to stay. You know what I mean? So, Moonstone, I think you know what I mean. There's also, I want to say, because there's I created a new page over on TikTok. If you're interested, it's called Rebel Wild Child, and I'm allowing my shadow to play more. And it's interesting that I should mention this here because I just did it for fun, and then I was like, this is so much fun. I love it. I do lip syncing stuff, but it's also like some of the stuff that is usable, that is not just for entertainment purposes, that is usable for the channel. I would also post over on Instagram and the Universal Power Tarot page, but it's much more shadowy. It's even like in some occasions I would say it's a bit shady also, and I'm exploring that a bit more, right? Or just like, the letting go and just having fun with it, right? And yeah, this seems to be also a reminder here to not take it too seriously, to just let it ride, like do something that you haven't done before, and that lightens the load a bit. Because sometimes I feel like with this channel, it's just too heavy sometimes, or it's just like, yeah, it's harder topics, right? But how do we lighten that? How do we bring more, fun in it? And I think I'm starting to discover this, and it goes hand in hand with my own life. How do I bring more joy, like for example the singing, or your life, right? How do you bring more joy into some of the seriousness? Okay. $35 Moonstone. So, okay, sorry. I was just like, okay, we just gotten through 2 cards here. But it's good that way. I trust it's perfect. So Mama Moon rules the waters, pulling the tide and singing. Singing, here you go. Interesting. Singing to the ebb and flow within your own watery bodies. As the moon's acolyte, Moonstone holds the mystery of water, teaching us to swim in our own depth and find our own rhythm of waxing and waning. When you feel disoriented by new places or experiences, much like when the wave is catching you, right, and it tumbles you, sometimes you can lose like your way, but relax in that situation, because if you started to panic, it doesn't do any good. You just stay calm until you kind of know where you are again. or when the pull of modernity has taken you away from the mysteries of the natural realms, Moonstone will guide you back. She is a stone for the journey, from dark to light, from inner to outer, from winter to summer, steadfast in her gentle assertion that everything comes around again. Flowing with life tides, she assures you will lead to renewal. Oh yes, I love it. And there is a ritual and a reflection. The ritual is the phases of you, which is very interesting, and the reflection is fluid or crispy. This is interesting. It's regarding leaves. So if you want to do this, I'll post them over on Patreon for your convenience. Again, like I said, along with your extended. Okay. Yep, that's it for here. Yeah, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. We'll continue to pull more cards for your extended to see the other cards. We have the wise one here. We have, this is so beautiful, the sword of light. It's amazing. Hey, these two, oh my God. Oh God, yes, these two together. I feel like she is grabbing that sword. You will be grabbing that sword like big time. Oh my God, sword of light. I love it. There's much more coming in. Okay, and we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So those are for your extended. I thought we'd pull more tarot cards, but apparently we are not. If you want to follow over to Patreon, you're most welcome to. Link down below in the caption. And if not, I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.